Hey Kings and Dragons, Dragon King 551, and today we're going to do a breakdown of three teams that I wanted to talk about: Giants, Chargers, and Jets. The reason I'm doing the Chargers is because, let's just face it, Jim Harbaugh is back. I want to discuss his draft and see what direction he goes with. Since I don't really have the draft picks for the Jets, I'm just going to give my best analysis here of it. Uh, so the Jets draft seems pretty solid. Maybe they should have targeted Brock Browers. Um, but ideally got what they wanted. I say that it was a pretty A draft. Um, so with that being said, uh, I do think that the draft was really straightforward with them. Chargers right now, before I get into sharing each pick, the draft um for them is completely great. Didn't try to reach for anyone. Got two players for offense and defense side of the ball. A plus. I think it's cool to have two guys there and stuff. So I think definitely the Chargers made the right decisions. But but that being said, I'll keep the Giants close to my vest for now before I get into them and talk very harshly about the Giants and explain why they are the way they are. Starting off with the Chargers, as I said before in my video, getting an offensive lineman, regardless of where he comes from, is still a very good pick. I do think that they should have maybe tried a Michigan guy, but it's okay. I don't have a problem with it. They say that's a C plus. I disagree with that. Um, I think that that's definitely an A in my opinion. Uh, Now they got Lad McConkey, wide receiver at Georgia Bulldogs. So that's a nice trade. And it's definitely a great trade there. And I think that hides some value there and stuff. So I think that's definitely great for the Chargers. So I give that, yeah, definitely an A. And then in the third pick, they got Junior Colson, which is actually a really great pick because, first off, you have Jesse Minter there, who is the defensive coordinator who coached these guys to win a national championship. So it's really fantastic to have a guy like that on the team. Now, it's just smart football there and everything. So that's definitely an A. And then, you got a defensive tackle from Alabama. You know him well because you played against him on downs. It's a good, smart decision. And you know what? When Jim was associating, he probably called up Nick, said, "How good is this guy?" and stuff. When Nick retired and told him what was going on, and they probably talked during it. And so I think it's a pretty solid pick. Uh then they got a guy out of Maryland. And look, this is another thing where Michigan played them. He knows this guy well. There were a couple picks that I think got thrown his way that JJ threw. And ultimately, I think that it's a good pickup again and definitely a great, great player. So I think definitely A plus there. Um, oh, hang on. So then they went Cam Hart at a defensive back, and I think that they definitely need some help there. So I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's made great plays. With that being said, I give it an A. And they also went, I think that it's a back to back. So the Chargers went back to back quarterback, Cam Hart, and then whatever else they got. But yeah, I think yeah, I'm sorry. And then it was the Maryland guy. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I was confused for a second. So yeah, definitely two guys that I definitely don't disagree with. Grade A. Round six for them. Getting a running back is not the worst. I mean, I think they should have gotten Blake Corum maybe a little bit early, but I don't know the guy out of Troy so well, so I don't really give that a great grade. I'll probably give it a B. Now, this is what I'm talking about. You find a diamond in the rough and a guy that's still there hanging on to dear life, Jerry Rice's son. Hello, get this man on the team and stuff. And I mean, you got him on the team and stuff, and I'm gonna give him a B plus. Then you get at 233 Cornelius Johnson, another guy that you know really well. The other thing you have to remember about this is that these two receivers are going to come on the field because Keenan Allen is gone. Mike Williams, I think, is still there, but when you have this guy and stuff and these two receivers, you know you're going to have great things coming with Cornelius Johnson because let's face it, the Michigan team is all there and stuff on Jim Harbaugh's staff, so he knows what's up. And honestly, they got to be for that. So nicely done for the Chargers. Nothing, no problematic stuff for me. I think the Chargers did very, very good. Now, this is not a draft that I want to talk about. Here's my little rant. Ready, guys? Here it is. This whole draft is a bust for me. First off, I just want to take stuff from the past, and I hate doing stuff from the past. But first off, we won it in 2008 and 2012 because of a great defense, a good QB, and a great offensive line. We never relied on superstar receivers. Didn't work so well with Odell Beckham, and they should have drafted a quarterback. C minus for me. This is not a good draft in the first round or any of the rounds because they didn't try to target a quarterback. Now the Jets did take Travis Jordan or Jordan Travis, one of those pronunciations. I'm sorry if I switched the name around with one of those. But yeah, that's a smart decision because you're learning from Aaron Rodgers and then go out there and play and stuff. But the problem with the Giants is Daniel Jones is not the guy. He can't have that. The offensive line may be good, but he throws always to the worst guy there. He throws to guys in triple coverage, and I don't understand it. Look, when Eli Manning, yes, it took him 4 years, but the thing is that we were able to build around him. In 2004, he came in as a rookie and stuff, and he was young. He's 23. Daniel Jones is 25, 26 now. He's pushing it. Next year, we really need to focus on QB and stuff. And honestly, we're not, and it's getting ridiculous. Um, so round one, I give this a C. Okay, I don't even need to say this pick. People are like, I love this pick for the Giants. It says they didn't believe in the quarterback who were left, and now they get a playmaker on the outside. This kid will be a star. Who cares if he's a star? We don't win Super Bowls because of that. That's not how the Giants win. Okay, the Giants win the same way the Chiefs are winning now. So everyone's like, oh yeah, A. I'm like, hell no, get this man out of here. I don't care how good he is. Um, that's just ridiculous. Some people are saying he's like Odell, other people are saying stuff he's terrible about. I don't even like this pick. I don't like this pick because it's a bad pick. Then we got, I mean, day two. All right. So now we draft a safety. And I understand we needed a safety, and that's not a bad pick. So I'll give them an A for that. Right. That's fine. So I don't even need to say anything about that. Right after that, we get a defensive back. Now the safety, we don't even see him really do anything. I mean, I think he had one takeaway against the Michigan Wolverines when they played, but that's about it. I don't even know this guy from Kentucky. I've never seen him play. People are like, he's A. I say he's a C plus because I've never seen him play. And frankly, he did nothing against Georgia when he played and stuff. He did absolutely nothing. So no, I'm not going to give him any satisfactory um on that pick and stuff. Day three with this Theo Johnson, I get it, another weapon, fine, but at the end of the day, I mean, Daniel Jones is going to do absolutely nothing with these guys, so I'm going to say this guy's an A. He'll be good in the blocking schemes and stuff. Fine by me. Just get what you can get and get rid of Waller while you're at it. Maybe get some more draft stock. Now, you get a running back out of Purdue, don't really know him too well. There were other running backs. Maybe we don't even need a running back. We wait until next year to see what running backs come out, like Donovan Edwards and stuff, and we probably get one of those guys instead because, I mean, it's not really that great to get this Troy guy. And then finally, for our last pick, we get a linebacker out of UCLA, and it's just like, I don't really understand this pick. Um, First off, it's not good. McGregor's still there at that point. Michael Barrett's still there. Two guys that are so much better than this guy. And honestly, I just think it's a bad pickup. So again, guys, the best was definitely the Chargers. The Jets were a little shaky, but I'll give them an A draft. I give the Chargers an A plus. For me, frankly, I give it a C minus. It's a bust for me. They can go suck it, the Giants. They can go burn and rot in hell for all I care for this season because I'm sick and tired of watching the Giants fuck up every single year in the draft. Stop drafting bad players. Start drafting guys of players that we need. We don't need fucking receivers. We need a quarterback that can actually throw the ball and not be an incompetent fucking idiot and stuff. This is all he does. Ready? This is your new quarterback. Right with your right, wipe with your left. That's all he fucking is good for. He shits the bed and wipes his ass with his left hand. He writes with his right on fucking footballs. That's about it that he can do. He can't fucking deliver. And also, he's become a freaking running quarterback. He sucks. Get this man out of New York. Get someone else. I told you day one in 2019, no one ever believed me and stuff. And I'm going to tell you right now, Neighbors is going to be the same thing that Odell Beckham was. They're not going to succeed with him because he's going to be a fucking diva, stupid ass dancing nincompoop in the freaking NFL end zones, in the Giants end zones. He's going to get fines and be a ridiculous, stupid idiot and stuff. And we're not going to go places with him, and we're not going to win the Super Bowl. You know why? Because, again, we get people that are not good. You want to get guys that actually have a personality that are not divas. Get Cornelius Johnson, get Roman Wilson, get guys that actually make sense. Don't get guys that don't make sense. Stop getting people out of small schools. I don't care about the small school and stuff. Yes, Phil Simms is a different story. But where was Eli from? Old Miss, right? Old Miss. Dude, an SEC school where he actually had receivers and stuff. You go to Michigan as a quarterback, you expect yourself to have a great team around you for the most part and have good receivers. You go to these schools that are top football schools or top basketball schools or whatever, you expect them to have a great team around you and stuff. When you get to the next level, no team should be looking at these other guys and stuff. They should be looking at the quarterbacks that came out of the schools that are actually delivering and getting in the playoff. Daniel Jones made absolutely no sense to draft a Duke quarterback. I would have been like, I'm not drafting Duke quarterback. Why would I ever draft a Duke quarterback? And then every single year after that, when we got a new coach and then the GM got fired, now we got a new coach and the GM, every incompetent idiot giant coach and GM just kept sticking with Daniel Jones. And it was just infuriating. When the time came for top players, we didn't even take a quarterback. We could have taken Tua, Trevor Lawrence, or anyone. And then this year, when there are so many great quarterbacks, the Giants say, nah, we're not going to take a quarterback. Well, look next year when Ewers comes in. Why? Why? I don't understand this bullshit, and I'm getting tired of it. And that's why I'm always going to look at college, because at least it's just like, whatever. I know the team is good and stuff. This is ridiculous. Like, at least the Giants, I've been loyal for since day one, but these guys, these draft guys suck. Like, personally, you should put me in the draft room. I can do far better than what you're doing and stuff. You're looking at guys that are not good and stuff. Stop drafting wide receivers. Stop drafting guys. The most important position on the field, other than the quarterback, is the center, and that is a position that they need to be in sync with one another. But other than that, you didn't draft the most important position, and you screwed up once again. The Giants are going to go 5-12. 5-12. They're going to go 5-12 next season. I guarantee that, because there's no way that Daniel Jones is going to deliver. We're going to be so bad of a team that I don't even think that we will win 5 games. I think we'll only win at least like 3 or 2. That's how bad we are. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. If you win, so be it. But at the end of the day, they're not going to. And the Giants are going to suck again at the end of the day. That's all I got for you guys. Let me know your thoughts on this. I'm done. Peace out. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to stay radical. As I always say, it is what it is. Let's see if this team can deliver. Frankly, I think it's over. The Giants need a new scenario and they need to go somewhere else. And they need to find a quarterback next year. I'm out.